What do you think is the most pressing issue today?
Relationships.
Relationships. What about?
And I would say that for both leadership and for coaching.
Mm-hmm.
I would say it for physicians and nurses. I would say it for faculty and teachers and clerics, that everybody gives lip service to relationships, but then they somehow go about their activities like their tasks.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not the medium. I'll give you an example.
Do you mean their relationship activities?
No, I'm talking about the quality of relationships as
Mm,
being the one thing that I hope people do more research on and
okay.
start to rediscover. I mean, philosophically, it goes back to Martin Buber's I and thou versus, I and it. But it has to do with this notion of, I think, caring relationships where there is a degree of care, um, and desire to understand each other
Mm,
is at the heart of all of this stuff. And I was just reviewing. I reviewed two journal articles for two journals this morning, and one of them I was commenting on the fact that I think the quality of our relationships is the mediating variable in research language to almost any individual characteristic producing outcomes.
mm-hmm.
And that's because the quality of our relationships transform anything that we have as an individual disposition. So whether you're using, Myers-Briggs or right brain, left brain, or any of these various typologies or competencies, the quality of the relationships that you have with the people that you interact with the most frequently at home, at work, in leisure will morph them. And that means that if you're in relationships where there is a higher degree of shared purpose and meaning, you'll come together in ways without talking about it. If there is a higher degree of shared caring back and forth,
Mm.
people will feel not just psychological safety, but they'll feel seen and heard and honored. And there's some other characteristics, shared mindfulness, shared energy.
Mm.
But when we have that, and too often, for example, in the leadership field, people are still chasing characteristics of leaders.
Mm-hmm.
And to study that without studying the relationships is ridiculous, because leadership is a relationship. And just
Mm-hmm.
because somebody follows you doesn't mean, just because somebody reports to you doesn't mean they follow you, because they could be spitting in your coffee before they bring it to you.
Yeah.
So the issue is to shift the study of leaders to leadership relationships, to shift the study of coaching to the coaching relationship, to shift the study of physicians and nurses to patients to the study of their relationships. Not to say the other characteristics aren't important, but we're doing a lot of that. We've done a lot of it. And right now, what we're missing is the interaction. I believe if we do that, then we'll start to realize that the power to help us develop our relationships to better things for each other and society will come from positive emotional contagion. And what we'll realize is negative emotional contagion holds us back.